Welcome back. It's Alliance War, Season 45, War 11. For Loki is facing Legion. This is a rematch. We faced them earlier this season, lost. Now we're facing them in War 11 with Masters on the line. I'm going to be bringing Absman, I-Bomb, and my newly rank 5 CGR. And now you're going to witness quite possibly the dumbest death that I've ever had in MCOC. It is right here because when I went on to turn on half recoils for this fight, I wanted to turn on the bleed, not the poison. The poison is a debuff. Void hurts you for having debuffs. But for some reason, I turned on Liquid Courage instead of Double Edge. Why? I'm a fucking moron. There's no other explanation. And I embarrassed myself. I shamed my alliance. I mean, I felt so bad for this. Masters is on the line, and I'm doing really dumb shit like this. It was very upsetting. And then I reset my masteries, and I go back in. And this all really kind of occurred because originally PWF and Trevor wanted me to do this fight with Absman, and I wasn't comfortable taking this version of Void with Absman. I've done it on other nodes. I've done it on the Bleed Shock nodes, but I've never done it on the Poison Incinerate nodes. And my particular concern here was just Void's immunity to Incinerate. But Absman can absolutely do that fight. Spoiler alert for my next video. All right. So I get through it fine the second time with the correct mastery setup. Just a stupid death for my alliance in an absolutely crucial war. Now we have Weapon X on node 18. This is not a fight I've done with Absman in a while. And so I really want to shout out and thank Oakley from LVT. He makes really good war videos. He's done this fight a bunch on his channel. I reviewed the fight on his videos and sort of tried to copy him as best as I could. You know, just pushing Weapon X over the bar power, getting him into Berserker range, and then just getting the first intercept. And because once you get this first intercept, the fight is pretty much over. And now I know that I'm going to solo this fight as long as I don't totally screw it up. I'm just going to push him over bar power and let him throw specials and then punish accordingly. If I can bait a heavy in there from time to time, that's fine. Otherwise, I'll wait until I can get my striker for a nice opening to do a heavy cancel into the S Special 2. And I think I'm going to need one more Special 2 after this one. Yeah, I don't quite kill him there, but we'll get another Special 2 here in a second just because of the power back boost. And so thank you, Oakley. I appreciate the content and the instruction. It's very useful. All right, so I did not have a path in Section 2. I did have this Mantis Mini on the Poison Shock node. And I'm going to be using Absman. This is a fight that I've done a ton with Mantis on node 18. There's no difference here on this node, which I think is 44 maybe. It's the exact same fight. You're just baiting heavies, punish, try to get her over 2 bars of power. And, you know, hopefully she doesn't throw a special 1 on you like she did for me right there, but that's okay. I'll just need to time my special 2 appropriately right there to remove the sleep timer, and now I'm totally fine getting back into the fight. So yeah, this works, and we're going to go ahead here and get the solo in a minute. All right, my final fight this war is going to be the boss. That's right, clown boss duty. We've got a rank 3 Korg, and so we're going to take this bad boy with Absman. We'll throw on Magma, we'll boost to the tilt, we'll rearrange the masteries in the correct manner, and we're just going to try and go ham on this dude. There's not a lot to talk about here other than the fight goes perfectly fine. So I sped it up because it is a bit of a longer fight. There are probably much faster counters to this. But without bringing a sort of Korg-specific counter, Absman was sort of the best option that sort of fit the fight map that we had been given by Legion. And I'm going to go ahead and get the solo on this. Now, after we sort of did this and finished our war, we were losing to Legion 6-2. We were losing. And the mood in the alliance was not great. And I don't know what happened to Legion. They're a great alliance. They've beaten us plenty of times before, but they did not close strong. You know, we were down, and we ended up winning this war. Down 6-2, and they lost it in the last fight. They died twice to a werewolf by night, and on literally the last fight they had on the map. And so 4 Loki wins, and our hope for Masters stays alive for one more war. Now we move over to SSX, who's facing Salty, another really good war alliance. I'm trying to preserve what has so far been my deathless season, and to that effect, I'm going to be bringing Absman, CGR, and I have my choice here of champions to bring, and I'm going to go ahead and bring Immortal Abomination. Actually, that's kidding. I didn't have a chance. I brought it for this energy. And again, I'm bringing CGR because I once again have to fight a Void on Node 9. And so I adopt the right strategy with the right masteries. I don't make the same mistake. And we're going to do this fight perfectly fine. Parry heavy, parry light ending combo, parry medium ending combo. And that's pretty much the end of the fight there. Yeah, because once you do that big blast of special 2 in the power back boost, you're ready to do it again. And there we go. And look, I've said before I fought Mantis plenty on Node 18, and here we are again fighting Mantis on Node 18. We're going to do the exact same thing as we did in 4 Loki, except hopefully not get that, silly special 1 with after the self parry. So let's speed this fight up. Yeah, much easier when you don't self-parry. All right, one more combo, and Mantis is cooked. We're going to move on to Section 3, and I'll once again be doing Path 3B. And first up, we have this Vox here. I can't recall if I faced Vox before in War, but we're just going to do it with Absman. I could have done it with CGR too, I think. I'm not sure. I didn't really think about it. I was just prepared to do it with Absman in Uru form, and we're going to speed this up until we get to the end, because I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I almost lost my deathless streak on this fight. You're like, clown, how could you possibly almost die to this Vox using Absman? And I'm going to tell you, I found a way to almost die, and we'll get there, and we can just, we can just shit our pants together, which is exactly what I did. Oh man, this is so you're like, how do you get in trouble here? Oh, brothers, what happened was that I took my eye off my power meter here, and Vox is going to trigger a buff right there, and when that buff expires, Mystic Dispersion is going to push me up. So when I think what I'm doing is heavy countering into a special 1, instead I'm heavy countering into a special 2, and I have 11 bleeds thrown on me, and I almost die. If the special 2 hadn't killed him, I was dead. It was unfortunate. But I got the solo. I didn't die. I almost died, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, right? So... oh boy, if they don't, SSX just laughed at that video, as did other chats, because, I always share my terrible stuff with everybody. I think it's educational, to say the least. What are people learning? That I'm bad at the game? Yeah, but also these are the kinds of things that happen when you're just not focused, not paying attention, and you need to be aware of certain stuff. And so if my misery helps one person out there, I guess it was all worthwhile. Anyway, this Nimrod fight is cake. In Uru form, you're shock immune. You're just, doing it with burst damage. So yeah, that's fine. All right. Last fight in this war is I have an Adam Warlock. This is on the Bleed Shock Conflictor node. I'm going to be using Absman in Uru form. I don't know that I fought many Adam Warlocks this season, but I did duel this fight a bunch because I wanted to make sure that I had the timing right on dexing his SP1. And so far, so good. I got to tell you, my duels for this did not go great for whatever reason. But I wasn't really trying to duplicate the fight in the duels. I was just trying to get the timing right of this. And I do all right in the actual fight. And Adam Warlock almost goes down there, except he triggers his little stasis pod BS. One more combo into Special 1 should be enough to get him. And that's it. Good job by me. Unfortunately, SSX lost this war. And so we're going to go into War 12 with both alliances needing a win, we think, to stay in Masters. I'll see you in the next Life Chat.